Welcome back to another episode of Profits of IT. I'm your host, Jim Punzenberger, founder of the ManagedProspectingSystem.com and also author of $0 Advertising Strategies. Managed Prospecting System is the only IT marketing agency that lets you write your own guarantee for us. If you're tired of cold outreach falling flat, we turn it warm by warming up your ideal prospects with custom content before outreach. If this sounds interesting, check out ManagedProspectingSystem.com after the show. But right now, I got a fantastic guest for you. Somebody who's helped steer his IT company from technical execution to trusted business partner for small and medium-sized companies. He's seen the shift from help desk to strategy, and he's leading the charge. Welcome, Russell Vaughn, partner at Ascend Technology Group. Russell, give us a quick story. What's the background of Ascend and yourself there?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jim. So Ascend has been around for about 20 years. My partner, John Gertis, started it. Um, in the early years of Ascend, or for the first decade or so, growth was kind of slow, largely referral based, folks from John's network. Um, had a handful of people on the team. I think I was the fifth hire in his 14th year of business. And that was kind of when we really started to make more of a push for growth. Kind of felt John had a sense that maybe the era of the small IT shop could be coming to an end without access to higher levels of security tools and people who know how to use them, and higher level network expertise, more senior engineers, etc. All that requires growth to be able to facilitate. And so I started out in a technical role, but kind of by necessity ended up doing a little bit of sales, and then grew more into that function. Became a partner in the company in 22, I believe. So
Cool. Wow, that sounds like quite the journey so far. What's one thing that if you'd step back and take a think, or you think about it, that really say, "Wow, we did that"? What's something about Ascend that would make you say that?
um, I think if anybody listening follows EOS or Traction in their business, when we first implemented Traction and we set out our VTO for like our vision for where we want to be in 10 years and the 3 year, at the time that 3 year seemed so far away and almost like we were aiming too high. And when we actually hit that 3 year goal for revenue and growth, it really kind of just made us feel like long-term goals are possible too.
Cool. Sounds like it's been quite the journey so far.
Yeah. And a lot of that growth and kind of hitting those goals was born out of necessity. We had a client that made up like 52% of our revenue, and
Wow.
they kept growing by acquisition. And for a handful of reasons, it kind of just came to a place where we weren't the best fit for where they were at and where they were going, and they weren't the best fit for us because as a 5-person MSP, we felt like this, a dinghy getting drugged behind a cruise ship.
Uh-huh.
It was impacting both the other clients and where we wanted to go. So John made this really challenging leadership decision to part ways with them. And in that, parting ways with 52% of your revenue, that's when we implemented EOS. That's when I shifted over to a sales function, and we really had to um, focus on growth.
That makes sense. And so Russell, um, I guess when you t talked before, you mentioned something that I think should make every or most business owners, executives sting a little bit if they think about it. And that was that most uh, business owners don't even know the name of the IT provider. What did you mean by that?
Most might be an overgeneralization, but you kind of asked me what's an industry truth bomb or misnomer a lot of us have. And while we all want to be a trusted, valued partner to each of our clients, um, kind of two realities. When I'm talking to people out in the community, a lot of them just see their IT service company as a vendor, even people who are with good ones. It's another vendor. And I'm astounded how often they can't even think of the name of who they work with. And the second misnomer I think paired with that is sometimes just because somebody's been with us for a long time or doesn't complain doesn't mean that they're happy and that we're doing a great job. Our industry is tremendously sticky, and so the number of people I talk to that are frustrated and fed up with their IT partner, but don't actually make a change because they feel the pain of change is going to be worse than the pain of staying, um, is pretty high.
I would say that that's very common. I talk to folks all over the country doing this, and I hear that from many, many executives.
Yeah.
So what else would you say is something in the market that's broken?
Oh, that's broken. I don't even think I'd want to focus on what's broken because I hear so much negativity in the channel sometimes about all the things that we need to be doing better and aren't doing right. And so I don't know that I want to add to that negative voice, but um, maybe, shifting gears a little bit to like, what if we tried to really do and double down on, um,
Yeah,
you know,
what do you do that's maybe that others don't, or that uh, you've seen something that's broken, and so you don't do it that way, you do it some other way.
I think account management's one we've tried to focus on doing really well. I mean, obviously, you want to have the best security and the best help desk. Uh, but in the end, we employ a team full of humans. And so we can have the best processes in the world. And there's going to be a time when a tech's setting up a new computer and forgets, to check one of the boxes. There's going to be a time when somebody says something that feel is on brand or whatever, or just messes up. It happens. And so I think what catches that is good account management, like having consistent systems and processes for making sure you have those regular meetings, making sure you have a person who's highly communicative and quick on their responses. And that can cover up uh, some of those misfires that happen to all of us. And I think that's something that a lot of people say they do when they're in the sales meetings, and something I continually hear from prospects is it doesn't happen.
Account management is, I think, definitely an area where a lot of businesses struggle. Probably something even like non-IT businesses probably struggle with that also. Do you have any tips on ways that somebody could improve in that area?
Um, I would say just make sure if you're a smaller MSP and it's the owner who's also the account manager and chief bottle washer, uh, prioritizing consistently meeting with your customers is going to be critical. If you're hiring somebody for that role, um, what was really important to us was not just customer service, people skills, but also responsiveness as a communicator. And I think when a client feels like they have that go-to that they can always fall back to, and they're going to see their message and get back to them, it creates a sense of greater connection. And
Got it. So, what's got you fired up at Extend right now? Any exciting things that you're working on?
I think we're just stoked about where we're at as a company right now. We, over the last 2 years, were able to kind of build out some of our middle management layers, operations director, service desk manager, project management. Um, we're at a point where we're looking for our first acquisition. So that's something we're leaning into and find exciting.
I've been there, M&A. Growth through acquisition is very exciting. I'd agree with that. And
It's scary, but
so if somebody's listening that would like to get in touch with you, maybe they're looking for IT support, or maybe they've been too sticky with their current IT provider and would like to see what other options are out there, what would be a good way of getting in touch with you?
you can just book a call with me directly from our website, ascendtg.com, or find me on LinkedIn.
Great. We'll include some contact information in the show notes. So if you're looking for it, check the show notes. And any final thoughts before we sign off here?
No, I don't know if I have much greater parting wisdom. Although I will share my favorite quote as we part ways. Will Rogers once said, "Sometimes you have to go out on a limb because that's where all the fruit is."
Yes, definitely. It's a great quote. Well, Russell, thank you for your time here today. Thank you for sharing. And for everyone listening, if you're tired of IT being reactive instead of strategic, check out Ascend Technology Group. And if you're an IT provider tired of chasing leads, go to manageprospectingsystem.com, where we turn your outbound cold outreach into warm outreach, and even let you write your own guarantee for us. Until next time, on the Profits of IT, stay hydrated and caffeinated.